Hello. This video is basically a way for me to kind of celebrate, um, my 4 years, 4.5 years being natural. And so I thought, what better way to do that than to talk about the lessons I've learned, and what better way to do that than to highlight for each year one lesson that I've learned. So here we go. Lesson number one that I've learned. Combs are my kryptonite. So when I say that, I mean that my hair is, and I'm still learning all about this hair, porosity, density, thickness, blah, 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 blah. But what I will say is that I know that my hair is very thick. And so when I first started, it would take me forever. I mean, my hair's I've always had an issue getting combs through my hair. But when I started being really natural prior to being relaxed, was trying to get a comb through this hair, I'm telling you. And I remember as a child, my earliest memories are of me sitting there, bawling my eyes out when I knew I had to get my hair done, and my great-grandmother sitting a big bowl of ice cream in front of me to get me to sit there for them to get to do this hair. And that led to some issues with eating and weight, but that's a video for another day, so let's focus. But anyway, so I found it was so freeing when I finally clicked to me hearing other naturals talk about detangling with their fingers, and and it just made sense. And when I did it, it was like I would save myself lots of time and headache. And now finger detangling does take a lot of time, but honestly, when I try to get that comb through my hair, it takes just as much time, and with more pain involved in it. And I know a lot of people finger detangle because they want to preserve their hair and not cause as much breakage, which is a part of why I do it. But honestly, it's just much less of an ordeal trying to do my hair when I finger detangle. Okay? First lesson. Second lesson is water is my friend. Okay? So for me, it's a double-edged sword with water. When I first became natural, it was like I hear naturals talking about walking around with a spray bottle, spraying their hair 3-4 times a day with water, and that was just not working at all. So I tried to go in the other direction and not put as much water, but my hair does need water. So happy medium for me now is washing my hair once a week, and then doing a hot oil treatment midweek, which is something new I just incorporated, and that requires me to rinse that out. So I'm really getting my hair immersed in water like twice a week, especially where I live. It's really cold in winter, and so it gets really dry, and it's more drying for my hair. So that's what I've learned. Water is my friend. So don't ask me why I did that. That made no sense. Okay. So anyway, third lesson learned is that porosity is a huge issue for me, and I realized that when I first went natural. Once again, following what I see everybody else do, I would take products, and I was a product junkie initially, and so I would layer product on top of product on top of product on my hair, thinking the more product, the better the results. And what would happen is it would just sit on top of my hair. And then I'd be like, well, why is my hair has this white coating and film on it? Because my hair does not absorb product and water that readily or that easily, And so if I do decide to layer my hair, it has to be probably at night, where I'm going to be sleeping with the hair overnight to give my hair a chance to absorb the products, or I don't layer it. I mean, because if I layer it and go out in the morning, it will just have this film on it that will never go away. And so I learned porosity. My hair is low porosity, and that's very important in my styling regimen. Just understanding that and knowing how to approach putting product in my hair. My last but not least lesson that I've learned is to enjoy the journey. And I look back at my old pictures, and I'm like, wow, I've come a long way. And you know, it's been a really great experience, and I like to experiment. I think experimenting is important. You know, like if I see something I like, I'll experiment with it, see how it works for me. And I think that's important because that's how you get to the point where you know what works for you and what doesn't. Don't be afraid to experiment with your hair. It is hair. I've had issues with my hair if you know any of my other videos, but I think at the end of the day, you have to, you know, be willing to take some risk with your hair or with anything in life, you know, to reap the rewards of it. So those are my lessons learned. I would really love to hear other people's lessons they've learned on their natural hair journey. If you could please post that in the description box. And also, if you could rate and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. God bless.